Oh, oh, hey. Welcome to my lovely house. I am quarantined here in this house, and I'm here to teach you American national government for Snow College. My name is Dr. Weston Jamison, but you guys already know that, don't you? Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about party politics. Parties could be kind of boring, but you know what? We're going to try to liven it up, and we're going to try to do it within 15 minutes, which is your daily dose of extreme politics in 15 minutes. Are you ready? All right, so let's get started with some current events. These may have changed by the time you watch this. Let's see here. Oh, well, over the weekend, it looks like Prime Minister of the United Kingdom has gone, his COVID-19 case has gone from bad to worse. He was first taken to the hospital. Now, as of this morning, he is in the ICU, the intensive care unit, which is it's pretty bad, and we wish the best for the UK. But I have to start wondering what happens if leaders start to go down. Who is taking the reins in this? We've already seen leadership from Iran. We've seen leadership from Spain, from the UK, and then Canada all fall ill. Now, none of our leaders have fallen ill yet. I mean, some of our Ben McAdams, our representative from our home state of Utah, is ill with this disease. So we wish him the best of luck. We'll say our prayers. We'll make sure that he is well taken care of. I wish the best for Boris Johnson too. I hope everything is going well. This also happened over the weekend. We saw history taking place. I heard words coming from the Queen's mouth. Apparently she's 93. The memes on the internet are blowing up. This lady will never die. She's going to live forever. She will outlive all of us. And COVID-19 will not get her down. And that's what she was trying to tell the people, not only of her nation, but it would seem of the world. She was trying to tell the world that we, as a united people, will get through this, which is, it's nice to hear from somebody that is planning on living forever. Let's take a look in Spain. This is good news. In Spain, it looks like the death toll falls for the fourth consecutive day. We're starting to see a bend in that curve. And that's great news. That's exactly what we want to see. And we hope that we start seeing that here in the United States. We are told that the peak of this thing will happen in about 10 days. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, speaking of the USA and how we're doing with this thing, it looks like New York, still pretty bad. As of today, on April 7th, 123,000 cases, 4,139 deaths. America, we're a third of the way to 1 million. That's a lot of people. But if we look all the way down here, we see little old Utah at 1,608 deaths. That's pretty phenomenal. We are doing a really good job of just staying home, staying safe, washing our hands, not touching our face. I've probably touched my face at least 17 to 12 times during this video right now. So if you're at home and you're keeping count, send me that tally. I'd like to know. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh man, this is really bad. I just did it again. I touched my face again. Trump's calling for a $2 trillion infrastructure package as part of the coronavirus response. This would be phase 4. If you remember, phase 3 was the $2.2 trillion package that got passed about a week and a half ago. Now, that is the same package in which you'll be receiving your Trump bucks. I want to know what you guys are doing with your Trump bucks. If you have a chance, email me. I'd like to know. I'd like to include it in future videos to see what you guys are doing with your Trump bucks. I think that'd be pretty cool if you're even getting some. Because if you are dependent upon your parents will be receiving your Trump bucks. They got to feed you too. Anyways, so if we can get back to the point here, 2.2 trillion a week and a half ago. He's asking for another $2 trillion for a package to help, whatever everything that's going on in the nation right now. Now, that combined equals $4.2 trillion. Here's the thing. Last year, in 2019, the entire federal budget was $4.4 trillion. We've ran through the entire 2019 budget in 4 months. We still have another 8 months. What is going to happen? We're going to need more and more money. And where does this money come from? It comes from thin air. They are literally just printing out money. And what happens when you print out money? A little something I'd like to call Venezuela. A little something I like to call Brazil. Hyperinflation. And what happens when you get hyperinflation? Bread that used to cost, I don't know, $3. I mean, we buy the $5 bread because we're kind of bougie like that. But that same $5 bread will probably cost us $30. And will I be buying $5 bread then? No, $30 bread. $30 bread for the rest of my life. It's going to be super sad. There's probably no nuts or grains in there or anything. When you're toasting it, it gets stuck in your teeth. I probably don't get that anymore. And that's going to be really sad. Anyways, okay, moving on. Okay, this is really sad. I know we've all been stuck in our houses watching The Tiger King. If you haven't watched it, I'm not saying you should. It's up to you, completely up to you. I watched it. I found it extremely entertaining, but I'm from Texas. I see people like that. It's crazy. People are owning big cats all over this nation. Now, there's more big cats in this nation than there is out in the wild. That's nuts. Anyways, people know about Tiger King. This is an interesting story. Tiger at the Bronx Zoo tests positive for COVID-19. This is the first rock-solid evidence that we have that COVID-19 can be in animals. And they are saying that it was probably a zookeeper that gave it to the tiger. That means that we now have proof of, or at least alleged proof, that human-to-animal transmission can occur, which is totally terrifying. We don't want to give Fido COVID, right? And COVID, I wonder if that's actually going to be a pet name in the near future. That's an interesting thought. Okay, well, let's get started here with the actual lesson at hand. What is a political party? That is a good question. Now, a political party could be just, like any other party, except for it's political, right? So let me give you that definition right here. I got it. You might notice that there's a bunch of communists partying in the corner of the slide. That is true. These guys all believe in something. That is the definition of a political party. A group of people that share a similar ideology. There's except one thing that is different about this. They are all trying to control the government. They're trying to control the government. They're trying to make sure that their bills get passed. And that's why they are trying to win. When you see, or as they used to call them back in the Founding Fathers' time, factions, we call them political parties, right? Okay, so we need to talk about two perspectives on these parties. First of all, there's PIG, party in the government, boom, write that down. And then there's PI, party in the electorate, boom, write that down. Here's the thing. Okay, party in the government. What is party in the government? Let's talk about it. Party in the government is elected officials. By the way, you will never see our former presidents look so cool as they look right here. We see man bun number 1, man bun number 2. And here's the killer thing. President Clinton looks absolutely fly with these dreads. And not to mention the little goatee. The little goatee is, by the way, my girlfriend's mom says my beard is getting out of control. So I'm going to see how far I can take this before my girlfriend makes me shave. So we'll see. Okay, back to this. Party in government is our elected officials. These are they provide leadership, they pass legislation, and they form coalitions. It is essentially red team versus blue team. Both of these teams are based on something called party platform. These are policy positions that the party endorses. Essentially, the list of things that they would like to do if they were elected, which is supposed to, we look at these things and be like, oh, I think I want that, or no, I think I want that. Now, here's the thing. These things can change. When I was about your age, I was, a young whippersnapper, and I was watching America go to war versus Iraq after 9/11. But the thing is, I was questioning why we're even going to war. Why would we go to war over supposedly WMDs? I knew they didn't have any WMDs. I was the young youth, raging against the machine. The thing is, the Republicans in power at that time were very quick to call any attitude like that unpatriotic, un-American. They were trying to silence my freedom of speech. Now, we've seen something similar to this switch About 15 years later, when we see a lot of really extreme leftist Democrats tell us that we have to use proper pronouns. You can't say certain things. Now, that's fine. That's fine. I will call anybody by any pronoun they would like to be called, but I don't want to be mandated to do that. I don't want it punishable by law if I fail to say the proper pronoun. That is a direct attack on my freedom of speech. And we've seen it switch from parties now, right? Where it used to be the Republicans telling me what not to say. Now it's the Democrats telling me what not to say. There's also the Southern Democrats in the South that used to vote very Republican. But now that's all changed because the Democrats in the South now vote exactly like the Democrats across the nation. All right, let's see what else we got here. Boop, 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 boop. Here is at least the 2016 party platforms. We have yet to see the 2020 party platforms for each of the parties, the Republicans and the Democrats. Now, if we can just look at these really briefly, I'm just going to highlight a couple of these. As far as the Democrats in 2016, yeah, they wanted free college in state public colleges for the kids. They still want that. That'll still be a part of the 2020 platform. $15 an hour, I guarantee you that's probably still on there. Proposing adding a public option to Obamacare. Now I think they're just fighting to keep Obamacare alive. They want to reform the criminal justice system. Well, too late. Trump's already taken that one up, and he's also reforming the criminal justice system. Now, if we look at the Republican platform, it's interesting. Keep in mind the sources here: New York Times, Washington Post, Wall Street Journal. This was July of 2016. They want to promote state laws that limit public restroom use by transgender people. This was an argument back in 2016. I think this argument has kind of fallen out of vogue. Nobody's talking about this anymore. They want to endorse teaching the Bible in public schools. We'll see if the Republicans take up that in their new platform. They want to declare pornography a public health crisis. I think while that is still important to many Republicans, I think that's actually also moved down the list. So we will see what the new platforms will come as we see the new candidates in 2020. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is really interesting too. So this is the length of words in Democratic and Republican Party platforms. Now, I know you can't see it because I'm in your way, but here is 2016, here's 2018. We can see that anyways, that there has been a lot more words being placed in the party platform as time has gone on because, well, people want to see more. They want to see their public officials doing more. And this could mean they were expecting more from government. All right, little thing of what I'm watching during this, what am I watching during this quarantine? We'll break up the segment a little bit. Well, I watched Hunters, and I watched Unorthodox. This is on Netflix, this is on Amazon. Both of them are very good shows. Both of them deal with Germany, strangely. But they're both rated R, so if you're looking for some less than rated R things to watch that I totally recommend, Violet Evergarden. My girlfriend got me into it. Heartwarming. I'm going to just say it right now. Heartwarming. Also Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker, I thought was, a solid 7.5 out of 10. I loved it. I loved the movie. It was pretty decent. Okay, back to our regular scheduled programming. Party in the electorate. This is easy. This is us. This is us campaigning for the people that we believe in. This is us campaigning for the next candidate for the President of the United States or any local representative. Now, we have seen this especially with our candidates that are running right now. First of all, Vice President Biden, not very grassroots guy. He does not care about what you think, and he does not want you to vote for him. He wants to let the machine do it. I want to just read this to you. He says to actually somebody at a town hall meeting, you should vote for Trump. Mr. Biden admonishes Mr. Rojas during one of the most heated moments, and Mr. Rojas rattled off deportation figures, and he says, give him the mic. You should vote for Trump. Well, he said he's not going to do that, but... And then if we look at Trump, Trump is heavily relying on grassroots. He's heavily relying on you to vote for him. And he's heavily relying on you to campaign for him. So I think those are at least two different outlooks at grassroots voting. And keep in mind, party in the electorate is us. I got to stop it here because I want to keep this under 15. So I will see you guys next week with another installment of Wes Teaches You American National Government. I hope you enjoy this. Let me know how you do. Please Write me if you need anything. See you guys next time.